its findings show Houston took first place for the dirtiest city in the U.S. right in front of
Oh,
New
that's
York.
that's
That was biased. That was a bias.
that was
Yeah,
biased.
yeah.
They tripping. Boy, they
Right,
got rats about as big as dogs in New York.
man. It said right in front of Newark, New Jersey, San Bernardino. I said that right. California and Detroit, Michigan. Bro, man, come on, man.
First of all, we too big to be the dirtiest city. Let's be clear here, okay? All right, we might have dirty areas, but we too big to be called the dirtiest city. That's number one.
Yeah, man.
And like I say, New York have rats that literally is catching the
Put a
sun.
leash on their rats and walk them like a like a pet.
Like those rats so big, they paying fees to get on the subway. Like
I saw rats so big. I saw rats so big. It had calf muscles, a patch, and a gold tooth, smoking a cigarette on the subway, bro.
Exactly.
That rat was swole, bro.
Exactly. They got rats staring. They got rats staring the taxis.
Master Splinter was like, "What the hell?"
Crazy.
Real, man. So y'all stop hating on on our city, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Acting Up Show. I'm your host, Jaffe. How y'all doing out there? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We got a great show for y'all. Before getting that, what's up, Chris? What's happening, bro?
Well, I'm trying to get my Anthony Hamilton out. See, I done grew them soul passion. Trying to let it out. That's how. And I got two pick. I was on the first album, Anthony Hamilton.
First album.
Yeah.
First album. Oh man, Mike, what's going on, brother? What's up, man?
Well, here at the Just Acting Up Show, we record on the weekends and we premiere the show on Tuesdays. So I know I'm late when I say this, but anytime is a good time. How them Cowboys? Oh, how about them Cowboys? How about them? Man, I feel good. I feel great. Feel wonderful.
Oh man, coming strong with the shade already, man. Hey man, but it is what it is, man. We're gonna talk more about Super Bowl news, football news, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, I hate to say it, we gotta talk about police brutality. We're gonna talk about that, but don't worry, we still gonna keep it fun and entertaining for you because we got entertainment news, movies that are out right now, all that and more. Just Acting Up Show. Y'all stay locked in. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, act like you've been here before. What you do when you come into our home, you like, share, comment, and subscribe right there.
Yep.
Yes.
Don't cost you nothing.
$99.
You said free?
Free. You know you love free.
Man.
I buy one, get one free. No, it's free.
Free. That's right.
Yes. Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and get into this real quick. So I hate starting the show off with disturbing news, horrible news, especially when it happens to our people. But there was a traffic stop that went horribly wrong in Memphis, man. I heard about it last night. Well, I know the show will premiere on Tuesday, but we film on Saturday morning, like Mike said. But I heard about it last night, woke up to it, and I was like, man, what happened? And I saw the brutality, and it was just horrible, man. So give me your thoughts on, I'm pretty sure we're all thinking the same thing on this mess. It shouldn't have happened.
No, it's definitely like I seen the video, like they beat that man senseless, man. Like I seen the dude he cocked back and came across. I'm like, God dog, like it's all that was unnecessary. It was already for y'all holding him down. He come across. I'm like, the fifth person. I'm like, yeah, it's just a lot. It was just a lot, and it's sad because it's our own people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. It's two different videos that's circulating. There's one with the body cam, and then there's one with the street cam.
Yeah.
And the one with I seen a good portion of the body cam, and the body cam is just it shows its brutality, but it's nothing near like the street cam. The street cam is just The street cameras is gut wrenching. They really took turns. Like the man had handcuffs, and one was holding him down from the back, and they took turns punching him in his face. Then he got down on the ground, and then they took turns stomping him in his head.
Yeah.
Man.
And then, you know what's crazy? Because they're going to throw the book at the cops because, you know, they were like, look, we make an example of these cops, but they black cops. I wonder if they would be so quick to charge the cops and everything if they were less melanated.
Well, at this point, I feel like black, white, green, yellow, blue. They got
wrong is wrong at the end of the day. Yeah,
wrong
is wrong.
Yeah, they got to go. And
I agree.
It's I mean, yeah, they black, but man, I mean,
they was wrong though. They was definitely wrong.
Was wrong.
I definitely think they should get fired and everything. They should
put
on at them.
Oh yeah. They didn't hesitate not one bit to hit them with murder. You know, these processes take forever. They go through a grand jury sometimes to see if they're gonna charge them or not, but they didn't waste no time. They hesitated. The chief of police, I think it's the female chief of police of Memphis, said that it was worse than the Rodney King video.
It's horrible, man. Yeah. So
I mean, your job is to serve and protect. That man was no threat to nobody once he was in handcuffs, and
disturbing, disgusting video, and I hope that they do better at taking care of anyone that does these horrible actions and be done with it, because they waste no time. So I need y'all to waste no time when it happens again. I hope that I just hate this happening, man. So yeah, same energy. Get rid of. Get rid of.
Yeah.
So on to other news. Now, we all agreed. Well, I don't know. We all agreed on this, but I know I'm going to agree on myself saying that rodeo here in Houston is coming real soon, man. But on March 8th, what's so special about March 8th? I don't know. But they said that. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Maybe the turkey leg half off. I don't know. But the rodeo admission will be free on March 8th. Let me tell you something.
That's including the carnival.
Oh, no, I ain't.
Boy, that traffic gonna be backed up all the way to 59.
If you stay in that area, or that's medical center area, NRG area, no, I will not be over there.
I know someone that literally stayed like walking distance, like right across the street from NRG.
Ooh.
I know they hate rodeo time.
I'm not too far from it, but I can maneuver around. I don't gotta go right there. I have a choice. So I'm just saying, man, it is.
Bro, the traffic gets crazy over there. Me and my wife, last time we was there, we went to go to the Beyonce concert. When I tell you we was in traffic for at least 2 hours. And that wasn't in traffic. That was just getting out of the stadium parking lot.
Yeah, man, dude.
It seems like each year just gets worse and worse, the traffic over there during rodeo time.
It is ridiculous.
My suggestion for everyone is to park and ride, or if you are blessed to know someone that stay next to the NRG, go over there, park your car over there, and walk.
I'll park downtown and catch the train.
Metro Rail.
Yeah. That'll be the smart choice. Because I'm saying you asked me to park over here. I'm like, yeah, you can't want to. You're gonna be walking for a real good minute.
They catch an Uber. They catch an Uber from there, and then come on back. I mean, hey man, it's however you want to go about doing it, but just know you're gonna be in some traffic.
Yeah, straight up, man. So I want to know who did. I'm looking at this right now. The audacity of this right here. It irks my soul when you talk about my city. I mean, hey man, it just irks my soul.
I bet it was somebody from Dallas. Probably somebody from Dallas. They be hating.
Yeah, man. They said this article right here, Fox 26 News says the audacity. Houston ranked the dirtiest city in America. I said, well, I've been around, I mean, I ain't trying to throw shade on everybody, but I've seen some homeless populations in LA.
No. Why not? I hate to say it, but you just came from New York, right? New York has a rat problem.
Bro. Oh my God.
Why are they not the dirtiest city?
I'm just saying, man.
But where do they rank us at?
Let me see. According to 150 of the biggest cities in America were looked at and compared pollution, living conditions, infrastructure. Can't say that word. I don't know why. Struggling this morning. And consumer satisfaction. Its findings show Houston to first place for the dirtiest city in the U.S. right in front of New York.
That's
biased. That was a bias.
That was biased. They tripping. Boy, right. They got rats about as big as dogs in New York.
Man, it said right in front of Newark, New Jersey, San Bernardino. I said that right. California and Detroit, Michigan. Bro, man, come on, man.
First of all, we too big to be the dirtiest city. Let's be clear here, okay? All right, we might have dirty areas, but we too big to be called the dirtiest city. That's number one.
Yeah, man.
And like I say, New York have rats that literally is catching the
put a leash on their rats and walk them like a like
those rats so big they paying fees to get on the subway. Like
I saw rats so big. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I saw rats so big. Yeah, calf muscles, a patch, and a gold tooth, smoking a cigarette on the subway, bro.
Exactly.
That rat was swole, bro.
Exactly. They got rats sharing. They got rats sharing the taxis.
Master Splinter was like, "What the hell?"
Crazy.
Real, man. So y'all stop hating on our city, man. So NFL games, man. Like I said, Mike said, Chris said, what?
Yes, I'm glad they lost. I don't know if y'all heard the story that happened with it was a kid, right? And he was in custody court, and he wanted to go with his, the judge was trying to place him, and the judge was like, "You want to go with your dad?" Like, "No, he beats me." He said, "You want to go with your mom?" "No, she beats me even worse." So the judge said, "Well, I'll send you with your aunt." Like, "No, she beats me the worst." And he's like, "Well, dang, they trying to figure it out. Like, what about your grandma?" He's like, "No, that's who they learned it from. That's who they learn how, everybody beats everybody in this family." Like, "Well, I'll let you decide. Who do you want to go with?" He said the Dallas Cowboys, because they don't beat nobody.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. They give you a soft spanking and a good firm talking to.
They always fake you out like, over here.
They do. And like I said on Sunday, and speaking of, you guys want to check out any footage with The Last of Us, go head over to, well, not footage, but the review. Go head over to Jockey's VIP room. I know we're gonna talk about that after 7. But anyway, I'm sorry, James, I took your promo.
It's all good, brother.
But it was right after the game was over when we watched The Last of Us. I made a valid point, me personally. The Dallas Cowboys don't need to lose in the regular season. No, they need to get to the playoffs and get far. So then that they can lose. Because it's like a holiday. When they lost last year, the internet blew up. They lost this year, the internet blew up. It just don't hit the same. It don't hit the same if they lose in the regular season.
See, they first spirits. I don't know why it brings me so much joy to see that.
It brings me so much joy, man. I'm gonna see a family member later on this week, and I'm gonna slide to him. I'm gonna ask him if he's okay. Because he take it to heart.
Oh man, oh my God, too. Y'all hilarious, boy. So with that being said, we gonna see the fallout from the football games. We're gonna talk about it, get ready for Super Bowl weekend real soon, man. So y'all make me laugh. That boy Mike got happy. He was so happy when he got on that Zoom that night. He said, "Yeah, that boy." So it was a different type of joy, man.
It's a different. It don't hit the same, man. It don't hit the same. Where everybody else teams lose, them Cowboys, boy, it's special.
It's sweet. It's a sweet nectar of victory.
Yeah, it's like
seeing them lose. They'll say that like little tiny onions.
Oh man, I have to get my dad up, man. I ain't gonna say this to my dad. I call him. I say, "Hey, yeah." He's I was all right. I left them all.
They asked that boy Stephen A, what you drinking on Monday? He say, I'm sipping tea. He's like, is that tears, cowboy tears? Like, yeah, I'm sipping on cowboy tears.
It's stupid. Too stupid, man. Oh my gosh. And to go ahead and finish this segment off, ladies and gentlemen, Chris posted the random boogie. Now that was something that we was Chris, I'll let you go and take it. This was something that you thought of. You take the
everybody likes to dance, everybody likes to feel good, and I want to get a feel good video out there, let everybody say, hey, get a vibe going. We're a vibe creator over here. And so, hey, it came together pretty well. Hopefully, I want to continue to do more of them, and we can get maybe more participation. So y'all can send us some dance videos, man. We'll do another one maybe next month.
I dig it, man. Random boogie. So when we hit y'all up, y'all don't act brand new. Hit your favorite dance move.
Right, bam.
Just hit it in your soul. I like that too. Random boogie. Yeah, man. Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. Y'all seen the video.
It's acting up.
Yes, indeed. I love that. Love it, love. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the Critics Corner. We're going to talk about some breaking news. We're going to talk about some entertainment news. All that and more. Just Acting Up Show. Y'all stay locked in. Welcome to the Critics Corner, ladies and gentlemen. We Tashay in the building. Hey, Tashay.
Hello.
In the building.
Happy to be here.
Yes, indeed, man. So yes, indeed. Everybody up in here, man. Everybody up in here. Just like everybody is in Joffrey's VIP room, man. Mike will join me again on the second episode of The Last of Us. And of course, I got some more content. And I appreciate y'all for subscribing to my channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribing. Just like y'all gonna like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Just Acting Up Show. So hey, man. So yeah, y'all keep liking, keep sharing, keep subscribing, keep commenting, keep sharing is caring. It can be fun. And it is fun when it involves us. Because we're great people. I mean, look at us. Look at us. You want to be tuned in to what we do. Yes. Yes. So oh man. So yeah, so let's go and get into this. So shout out to Jeremy Renner. We spoke about that a couple weeks ago, aka Hawkeye. He had a snowplow incident because the report said he was trying to save, or he did save his I think it was his nephew. Had a lot of bones broken, snowplows, big giant snowplow. But he's doing better. So shout out to him, and happy to see that he is doing better. And we just love to see it because I'm the same, man. When you say snowplow, I was like, ooh, yeesh.
Yeah,
man. But so yeah, shout out to Jeremy Renner and everyone who's around him that's helping him get healthy and better. Mm-hmm. So two movies came out this past weekend. I saw one of them. I didn't get to see the other, but let's talk about this one first. You People on Netflix.
I watched most of it. I only got like 15 minutes left to watch it, but that movie is hilarious. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. I think I have to laugh because I didn't think about this. I was like, how you always be like, man, who does he favor? Jonah Hill. And it wasn't until I'm gonna tell this one thing. Mike Epps said, you know what? He looks like the white Barry White. I was like, that's it. That's it. That's it.
I saw like little clips of it.
Oh God!
My wife, she watched it. She enjoyed it, and yeah,
man. It's a pretty good watch. I enjoyed it, man, and it's the cast is phenomenal. It's people come. I'm like, man, like she in this, he in this, they in this. Like, yeah. So it was really good. Shout out to Kenya Barris and the cast of You People. Very good film. Brings up some awkward situations, awkward conversations. Ooh, man. But
those uncomfortable conversations that you don't want to have.
Yeah. But in some way we kind of need to have, but you need
the way they do it is real subtle, but it goes with the movie. It fits perfectly for the movie,
Yeah, I agree. And so another movie that just dropped, Fear, by Deion Taylor. You know, he's the one who did Black and Blue, quite a handful of other films. I like Deion Taylor. Hopefully, we get a chance to work. Well, actually, hopefully, we will get a chance to work with that man in the future. Speaking in manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much, you know, he has his panel with him, all his cast members, and he was saying the premise of the movie is that these people go out to this certain cabin or whatever, and the entity or whatever is bringing up everyone's fear, and that's what's attacking them. So that's kind of scary. I don't know what am I afraid of? Bills. That's what I'm afraid of.
Lights. Ooh, rent.
Overdraft.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
IRS.
What's
I
up?
have a fear of spiders.
Fear of spiders?
Come on.
I run. I mean, like, they freak me out. I do have arachnophobia.
I got bit in the face.
Story
Right here. I have a fear of spiders as well.
Story time today. Everyone listen up. I'm gonna make this real quick.
Yeah.
So it was me, Chris.
No, I'm not here for this. I don't know.
Someone
Time to wrap. Let's wrap the show. Time to go.
Okay.
Not
Hey, wrap.
We was in our mutual friend's car. Well, ex-mutual friend, long story short with that. But we pulled up in front of TSU. We just came back from lunch or whatever. And there was a little bit, I mean, it was like a fleet. You couldn't even see it. It was about like that small. It was in the back seat of the car with Chris. I was sitting in the front. The back seat of the car with Chris. Chris is football size, you know, in shape. This man jumped out of the car before the car even stopped. Can you imagine someone like wide, big, is scared of a little bitty spider, and the whole car just went along with Chris? I don't even think Chris allowed the door to open all the way. We thinking something terrible didn't happen. We looking around like, what, you know, we little spider. Little bitty spider, about like that big. Chris, you should be ashamed of yourself.
You get bit in the face by a spider and tell me how you feel.
I was feeling like, man, my boy Chris is gone. What's going on? It was so traumatizing. I'm like, man, what Chris said, is everything all right? It was a little bit spider.
So y'all know how many times I've almost had a wreck from driving, and like, I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe bugs can feel people when people are like afraid of them, because they know I'm afraid of them, but they always want to enter in my space. Us four could be outside, and all the mosquitoes will come around me. They'll leave y'all alone. They'll just come around me. Like, I don't know what it is. So even bees often land on me. Wasps have landed on me. I don't know what my problem is, but they're attracted to me for some reason. But so here's the thing. It's probably been 4 incidents where I be driving, sometimes on the freeway, and right from my rearview mirror comes a little spider. It won't come down.
Just out of the blue.
And I'm freaking out, like, ah! So I have to pull over and try to kill this spider, because I know that I just cannot drive with this spider hanging from my rearview mirror. Yeah, it happens to me, and I don't know why. Like, why would they want to mess with me? I'm so afraid of spiders.
I don't mess with. You know, and at that time, every time I went to the store, the devious mind of myself, I'm like, let go of play spider. I'll give it to Chris. But so, yeah. But I said, no, I'm not gonna do that to my boy, because I mean, yeah, that arachnophobia is real. And Chris is like the first person I ever met that's scared of spiders. So
Yeah,
I
pray for y'all. I pray for y'all, man.
Now, I won't kill them, but I kill them out of fear. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not afraid to kill them, but the whole time I'm killing them because I'm so afraid of you. If I lose sight of you, I'm not even getting back in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't blame you, man.
You know, like, if there's a spider in my house and I couldn't find it, I'm sleeping at the hotel. I'm not gonna risk my life like that. I'm not.
We not taking no chances.
None. No chances.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh, we're too funny, man. Yeah, man. So moving on to other news. I guess The Last of Us is really giving some other people some hope. Or I don't know when this was. I mean, I heard about this a year or so ago, but I didn't know there was gonna be like a full on franchise. But Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. They said they want to start like a full franchise like the Marvel Universe. I'm like, okay, all right.
Everybody want to do a franchise now.
Everybody want to do a franchise. Everybody want to do an MC something and the Sue and the C and the U and the university.
Yeah,
That would be dope. I mean, was y'all Tomb Raider fans like when y'all were growing up?
I did Tomb Raider. I did Tomb Raider. She was dope.
And then we got older to Shay and we knew better.
I was a Lara Croft fan. I think where she got me was because I wasn't like a really girly girl when I was a little girl. I did some girly things, but I was very active, and I liked how they portrayed her as like very strong, into combat and into like that first movie when she came out and she was going through that whole obstacle course and she was like fighting everything or whatever. I was like, oh, she cool, she bad. And I was like, yeah, I like this. So I've always been a Tomb Raider fan. So I would love to see them do something with that.
I believe it would have went far if it wasn't for the gamers. The thing is, people that's just not watching and getting in tune, it's just like with The Last of Us. They look at it like, oh man, this is just an absolute beautiful masterpiece. But we already knew that because we played the game. And the gamers sit back with a different eye than people just not watching the series. You understand? Like we watching.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. That zombie didn't sound like that in the game. Then we just automatically say it's trash. Throw it away. Be gone from me.
I'm saying.
So I believe Tomb Raider would have been a great franchise, but the gamers, that's why that line between video games and movies is a very thin line. You have to. It's very. I'm pretty sure it's very stressful for the filmmakers because if you go left or right, you put all that money and time into it, and the least slightest mistake is over. They're not gonna appreciate it.
It's a thin line.
So when it comes to like movies that have games, it's the same thing that I kind of do with like movies that have books because I'm a book reader. I love something new about Shay. I love reading books. And that's oftentimes where they take really good books and turn them into movies. And it's like if you've read the book the whole time you're watching a movie, like that didn't happen in the book. Oh no, she wasn't like that in the book. And so I can see where you're saying the game can kind of sometimes mess it up. But what happens when you have the movie first? Because no one really writes a book about a movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's never flopped. It's never like the movie's first, and then somebody said, "Oh well, let me write a book about this movie." I haven't seen that happen a lot.
Oh, no.
But you'll have a movie, and then they make a game from it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It doesn't work out. I don't know. I mean. Because you remember they had Men in Black, a video game? I'm like,
I remember that.
Why?
Oh, man.
Wait, you played that?
No, I didn't. I just knew it was a bad idea from the beginning.
I remember the memory.
They tried to do they got an Avengers game out now, I think.
Okay, here's the deal. I played the Avengers game. That wasn't good. But the Guardians of the Galaxy game, that was awesome. That Avengers game, that game was.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one, man.
They did. That was. But that Guardians of the Galaxy, that was great.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's a Guardian of the Galaxy's game. I'm gonna have to try it. What is it on?
It's on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like my sons, they have like one of my sons have a PS5 and the other one has a PS4. And they're always like, "Mom, why don't you come play with us?" But I'm not that good at NBA 2028 and all that. I'm not good at that. Like, I don't play no Madden. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lose. But I liked what is that game called? Like the Black Ops, the where they
Modern
killed them.
Warfare.
No, it's the other one where they're Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
it's
love
Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty. I
Yeah.
love Call of Duty. The ones with the zombies. That's the only one you're gonna catch me on.
That's Black Ops. Yeah, okay.
That's it. But I was looking for different other ways to connect with my kids and games that I can maybe go and kind of play with them and connect with them. So I'm gonna have to mention Guardians of the Galaxy and see if they'll download it and
Yeah,
we'll have to see what is working with.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them Mike said it was fun.
It was. And it's very funny too. They got commentary on it. It's very funny. It's an entertaining game.
Mm.
Wait, so now we gotta figure out who is y'all favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I already said that. The squirrel.
Rocket.
Rocket.
The raccoon.
Correct. He said,
He said the squirrel.
somebody called him a squirrel once, and he's like,
Yeah, they did.
he went off.
Oh my God, the boy Rocket boy. Speaking of Avengers and Marvel, so they got another character that's added to the list of the movie called the Thunderbolts, and I got excited because, of course, I always love it when I see us. What I mean, us, our pigmentation, people of our color in it. So I don't know if y'all ever checked out the FX TV show called The Bear. Very great show. Looking for the next season. But I hope I don't pronounce her name wrong. But Ayo Edebiri, very great actress. But she's going to be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Thunderbolts, and I'm clapping for that because I just like you see some actors and actresses, you be like, I like them, and I hope they continue to get great work. She's one of them, and she's very good actress, very good actress. So I'm looking forward to see what they do in the Thunderbolts, and of course, DC news. You might as well say that all their TV shows that they have because the whole everything is just coming to a whole.
Yeah. Button on everything.
Yeah, man. On HBO Max, Titans and Doom Patrol will be coming to an end, I guess, after their next season. Same thing with, The Flash. So they're just, like you said, Chris said it, reset. Just yeah. So hopefully they come back with some heat. Hopefully. Hopefully. And other news, I don't know if we have any Madonna fans in here.
I was disappointed. Oh, I was so disappointed.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of her name right now. So Madonna, if you've seen Ozark, thank you. You've seen Ozark, and you already know who Ruth is. Ruth was going to be playing as Madonna in a biopic because I don't think Madonna had one.
No, she never had one. No.
Yeah.
That was a great casting.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Ruth would be great playing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruth would have been. She would have knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, she would have killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because of I guess they said that she's going on tour. Her and Madonna's going on tour, so now they have to scrap it.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, I mean, I hate to. Why they gotta scrap it though? I mean, why can't you just? I mean, I know tours can take a lot, but why can't you just say, let's put a pin in this, let's visit this another. Excuse me, I don't know, hiccups. There we go. My bad. Let's visit this another time. I know I'm silly, y'all.
You know what? Now since we talk about it, I don't think she probably wanted a biopic. Because most artists and athletes, they would set that aside like that's telling a story. Michael Jordan has several biopics, and right now they doing one with Michael Knight, or is this Knight something, the founder of Nike, and his relationship with Jordan. That's right. Coming out. Ben Affleck is supposed to play Mr. Knight, the owner and CEO of Nike. Now, I don't know who's gonna play Jordan, but it's just weird, weird kind of time, and I don't think she wanted to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I should have.
To be honest, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but to be honest, sometimes the biopics, it digs deep into them, and everyone, and like the great person that we had on today, Mr. Hawkins, sometimes it exploits some of their secrets that, might not have been out if somebody's not doing a biopic about you. It's it's like you have to be invisible. You have to like completely open yourself out to everyone. And that's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, be very vulnerable, like he mentioned, and I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes the biopics come out and they have and they don't tell the whole story, the truthful story. You know,
make it entertaining still because it's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to kind of twist the stories a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want no biopic me. Y'all leave me alone. Leave me. I would. What if you? I'm sorry.
At the premiere, your whole family there, your mama there. She looking like
what?
I'm sorry. I know we got one more topic, but before, what if you just sitting there like all of us, cause we in acting and we just music whatever. What if you sitting at home in your little bowl cereal, your gray and old rocking chair, and you see the story of Tashay Williams and say, I can agree to this right there.
What's crazy is if whoever owned the rights to a certain, to whatever of your catalog and music, whatever, they make, biopics without your permission now.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe it was something underlined in where she didn't want it to come out. Maybe because of that. That could be it. Madonna has been very open and she's like an icon. So I'm pretty sure if she had something dirty dog, it would have came out. But maybe someone owns the rights and this and that and the third. And she's like, well, they're going to get paid off of that. So I'm about to go on tour.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, whoever, and then like having somebody, I think sometimes it's hard for somebody else to tell your story. That's what it is. It's hard for somebody else to tell your story. And if the person is not going to be included and not up for it and like not in every little step of it, you can't always guarantee that the story is correct because it's going to be verbatim from someone else. Yeah. And you don't want somebody putting out the wrong information about you and about your life. Yeah, basically just rewriting who you are and what you are because your story makes you. Mm-hmm. For somebody who would try to do my story, they're gonna have to be my story the way it started out. Let me say, I do not look like what I've been through, and somebody's gonna have to be ready for the roller coaster ride.
But before we can't forget our boy who's been on the show, Courtney Glade, coming out on February 2nd, The Reading, starring Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Plus.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm looking for
And we got him his tin roof. I don't know if y'all heard. We got him his tin roof ice cream back at Bluebell.
Yes. That tin. Hey, I hit Courtney right up as I say, bro. I got that tin roof. It's official. He said, "I told you." Didn't I tell you? I said, "Yeah." Yeah, that tin roof go hard. I ain't much gonna lie, man. So shout out to Courtney Glade and all the actors and Monique as well. That's a part of The Reading. I'm looking forward to that. And we're gonna talk about that again next week. We're gonna keep promoting because we want Houston to win. We live here.
And Miss Jessica Law Davis. She's also a part of it. Yes, and she's really cool, big in Houston. So shout out to Miss Jessica.
Yes, shout out to Jessica. So last but not least, we talked about this last week. Did we talk about this a couple weeks ago? Auntie Angela Bassett. Yeah, we called it.
You get nominated for the Golden Globes. It's likely you'll be nominated through the Oscars and all that. So well deserved.
Yeah, man. And we already called it. We said, look, she's not gonna win it just because of Black Panther. Kind of forever. No.
Hey,
and everything.
This is just my personal opinion. This is my opinion. I'm not gonna lie. Black Panther was okay. That's my opinion. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Angela Bassett sings. It was something totally different. Now I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna stand here and say that she held it down for the whole movie because everybody did a great job. Yes. It's just to me, it was like it was missing something, and I think that's something with Chadwick Boseman. But like her scenes was like you could tell she brought it from differently than it was with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have to really question the Oscars if she don't win. Honestly, truly, like who's the deciding factor of who win this award or not? Because are you blind, deaf, or dumb? Which one is it? Because
all above.
I don't know who she's up against, but if I was a betting man, they couldn't hold a torch to what she did. She was
She was phenomenal. She was phenomenal. She showed the strength of the Black woman, the mother. And we're not always depicted like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And to me, you know how they say, oh, it's always a strong woman behind every strong man. And for me, I always say, don't forget about that strong Black mother that's been there, that helped that strong Black man to get to where he is. And she definitely showed up. She showed up for all the Black mothers, Black grandmothers, Black daughters. She just really showed our strength, resilience, and just everything.
And even
everything.
the realism in a particular scene where she was talking about losing her family when she thought her daughter was dead. Think about just reality of how many mothers have lost their children so young due to just various stuff here in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. She played the Black mother in grief.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, we're gonna have to question the Oscars. I'm sorry.
You already know I'll be looking at it like, oh,
we're gonna have to definitely question.
It'll be rigged if she doesn't get it.
Yeah.
If she doesn't get it, I'm not watching the Oscars anymore.
That's how I feel. I'm like, man, I ain't watching the Oscars. Y'all can keep that shit.
We're gonna record. As a matter of fact, we're gonna record our reactions.
Actually, we should go live Oscar night.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Let's go live Oscar night and let's do a recap or something.
Or some dry reactions from it. We can do that, but I mean, we gotta give credit what credit's due. I mean, she really knocked that role out the park, and she deserves it. Not just for that role though. She continuously bring it.
Yeah.
She's been bringing it since we were kids. She's been bringing it.
Yeah, she has. And we in our 30s, late 30s, old and gray, and she's still bringing it.
Still bringing
young, old, and gray.
Well, 64 years old.
Beautiful and flawless. That woman is flawless, baby.
64.
It's like, bro, it's like Tyrese Gibson at this point. What more do you want from me?
All right, good people. We got a special guest coming through. We got Mr. Ronson Hawkins going to stop by, talk about some acting things and some movies that's dropping. So y'all stay locked in. Just Acting Up Show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the building. Been trying to get this young man on the show for quite some time, and it finally happened. So,
hey, I'm here.
Finally happened. So, yes, sir. So, round of applause. Ronson Hawkins, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Man, appreciate you, brother. Man, appreciate you. Let's go ahead. Before we get into it, you've been a busy man. How you feel physically and mentally? How you feel?
Man, I'm feeling good. I think like we talked about actually yesterday, and we said it was something good to talk about on the show. Is like, a lot of times the best thing you can do is just stay prepared. As an actor. When you're going from one project to the next, there are times where it's like you get the chance and the space to just prepare and create and just stay ready for the next opportunity. So I've been auditioning. I had a couple auditions recently that I'm very excited that I booked. So I have some shorts. Thank you. I have some shorts coming up in the next 2 months that I'm going to be part of, that I'm so excited. I mean, I have some films also being released soon, so I'm excited for that. So yeah, man, I've been good, been staying locked in and taking the time to continue to sharpen the instrument. So yeah, I'm doing good, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. Love to hear it, man. All great news, man. Always a pleasure to work with Ronson, man, and hear from him, man. So let's go ahead and get into these questions, bro. Let's get into it, man. So, of course, question number one: what got you started on your journey into acting?
Oh man, public speaking. That
Mm.
was what started. When I was in the third grade, I started competing in speech competitions. You know,
Wow.
oratory competitions. We would, they would have us get up. We would say this speech and compete against the other kids of different schools. And that's where I got my comfort of just being an orator. And then I ended up actually connecting to another teacher from another elementary school. She pretty much wanted me to go to her school so she could be my speech and debate coach. So shout out to Windsor Village. First of all, Windsor Village Elementary was where I started. And then I ended up going to McGregor Elementary because the teacher there wanted me to be on her speech and debate team. Shout out to Miss Carla Brown. Shout out to Mr. Duncan. Shout out to Mr. Green. And so I started doing that. And then from then, I entered a competition at around 10 years old. It was the MLK Oratory competition that's hosted here annually.
Wow.
Yeah, I competed in that and I won second place and we got coverage on Good Morning America. Oh yeah, man, it was so fun. And from that moment, I started doing the speech all around Houston at churches and events and everything all around Houston. I actually recently did the MLK speech January 15th, which is Martin Luther King's birthday. I think it was that Sunday of that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like where the love for just performing was cultivated. I mean, you had to learn how to connect with the audience. You had to learn how to articulate. You had to learn how to talk from the diaphragm, the basics. Right. And around that time in elementary, around that same time was when my love for performing and my abilities started to kind of bloom, and people started to, my teachers around me started to know what I could do, and they started to help me cultivate that. So my first musical was The Wiz. And then, man, from then on, it was like, boom. And so then all throughout middle school, I did theater. And it was like each year I got more and more serious about it. So middle school, I was doing musicals. I was doing the plays. And I was also, around that time, I got more serious about my training. And I ended up making it in the Humphrey School of Musical Theater, TUTS, in Houston, Texas. So I at that time, I did like I was a part of Hairspray with the regional casting tour at that time. When they came to the Hobby Center, I was a part of the ensemble. I did the Junior Theater Festival in Atlanta with TUTS, the Humphrey School of Musical Theater. And that was in middle school. And then connecting with all of the instructors there, I was hearing about HSPVA, the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, the one that's now downtown. It used to be in the Montrose area. And I was hearing about, my instructors were telling me about this school because they noticed how serious I was. And so that was the school for theater and anything arts to go to if you wanted to seriously pursue whatever art that you were locked into. And so I ended up auditioning to get into the school. It was a hard school to get into. And I ended up making the cut. And HSPVA was when the tools were given to me for the craft. Yeah. That was when I was equipped. Yeah. And so, man, the four intense years of the training and the vulnerability and the tools, and I wouldn't say humiliation, but I think, and that's a whole other thing, actors, the most powerful tools, I wouldn't say humiliation, but being raw and vulnerable. It was like all of that pitfalls, everything during those 4 intense years. And then finally, because I graduated from high school from HSPVA in 2017, finally my senior year, Chandra Wilson, Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
So Dr. Bailey, who plays Dr. Bailey on Grey's Anatomy, Chandra Wilson, who plays Dr. Bailey on Grey's Anatomy, she graduated from my high school, from HSPVA. And so every year she would come back and she would audition graduating seniors for her scholarship. So she came back, she auditioned me and like 4 of my other talented friends, excuse me. And I wasn't gonna do it, but my parents were like, yeah, you are. Because you know how oftentimes, I mean, real talk, oftentimes we self-sabotage ourselves, and that's a whole other conversation as an artist. But I did it, and I ended up winning her scholarship. And so then I went to Texas Southern University with a theater scholarship. Went there, did some work there, put in the work there at Texas Southern University. Shout out to TSU. Ended up graduating from Texas Southern University with my BA in theater with a concentration in performance. And in 2021, March of 2021. And that's pretty much it all started from just public speaking and then just sticking on to that craft all the way up to now.
Man, I had a big smile on my face when I seen you come on with the TSU shirt, because I'm a Tiger myself. I'm a Tiger myself.
Okay. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, so
Chris always gonna rep for the TSU. Chris always gonna rep.
Hey, you got to rep for the TSU always.
Always. Well, how your experience at a HBCU and just how did that help? Is there some things you picked up there that kind of helped you within your career?
Yeah. I mean, we were just, oh man, even Masquerade, the set that Jaffe and the other gentleman was a part of. Man, that set, one of the main co-stars, Armani Deal, actually went to TSU with me, and we performed together on the stage. That's where I learned about her. I actually referred her to Justin when he was looking for a Kennedy to fill that role, because he didn't audition anyone. He was just like, hey, if you guys know anybody who you think would fit, like, let me know. And I was like, yeah, I have somebody. It's Armani, because me and her, we were pretty much, when we were at TSU, we a lot of the times we were the leads. So we were comfortable with that responsibility. And I saw that to say, man, being at an HBCU was a dope experience. Artistically, it was dope. I mean, you had people there who, at the end of the day, they love to act. The teachers, the teachers there, rich in history, rich in experience. The professors, I mean, I have to say professors, that's what they were. Professors were rich in experience, rich in passion, and rich in knowledge. And man, we got a lot of good info, especially in regards to like theater from the perspective of our community. I mean, a lot of African theater classes talking about griots, the roots of theater and the roots of this art and this craft. Playwriting, directing, classics, Moliere, Shakespeare, all of that stuff. So yeah, man, HBCU was the HBCU experience was amazing.
Yeah, Mike was TSU as well too.
Okay, so we got all the Tigers in the building. Okay,
all the Tigers in the building.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Tiger.
Oh no,
I actually went to Lamar University.
Okay. My family's from Port Arthur, so I have people connected who went to Lamar. So yeah, okay, that's dope.
At one point, because I think it's very rare that, like, that the parents always see the talent in their kid. At what point did your parents like actually say, okay, wait, our son's talented, we need to like fully get behind him?
So I did this play. It's so crazy. It's full circle. So when I was in, I believe third or fourth grade, there was, my grandmother actually works. She still works at TSU and was working at TSU at that time in the business professional building. And there was a summer program that TSU had called Yes Prep. YEP. I'm sorry, YEP. And it was a youth enrichment program at TSU. And one of the extracurricular activities that they had was theater. So I had went to TSU to be in that program. And that was another place where, the craft was shown and I had so much fun. And there was a play that we did called Gulliver's Travel. And man, I was like 10 or something, and I was the lead. but I learned everyone's lines. Like I knew the script back and forward. And so then when my mom came to see that show, and Gulliver's Travel they had us doing this play that was like, the language of it was like classical. It was like a classical piece. So imagine kids, and I don't know Fear Shakespeare, but imagine like 10, 11-year-olds doing these classical pieces. And so I was Gulliver. I was the lead. And I did the play, and my mom came to see the play, and she was like, oh my goodness, like you knew everyone's lines. You had, for a kid, you had so much emotion. You were so articulate. Like she just knew. She was like, okay, yeah. I always ask her to this day, like, what was the moment? And a lot of people ask her that too. And she says, yeah, when he did Gulliver's Travel, and I saw that he really loved it, and I saw how the potential he had, that was when I was like, okay, yeah, you have to. That's when she was like, you have to do this. Yeah. And she never let up. Like she just kept pushing and supporting me and covering me, because sometimes it's so easy to suffer from self-sabotage as an artist. Like, and she just rightfully so, she just kept pushing me. Her and my dad, they both were like pushing, like really pushing me and giving me that nudge anytime I needed it. So yeah, that was her moment.
Yeah, man. And shout out to your parents and your mom as well too. When you meet friends and you meet their parents, like, man, I love your parents, man. It's just so dope, man. Because like when I first met her, she was so sweet and so nice and everything. And so shout out to your parents, man. And I know you really appreciate them to have a great people to back you up on your dream and goals, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, tell us hey, by the way, your parents. Tell us hey, by the way.
Oh yeah. My mom is actually over there.
Hey, mom.
My
hey,
dad
mom.
got to see. Yeah, listen, hey.
Hello.
My dad got to see. Got to see my career. He got to see me start off as far as film. It actually a couple of days ago, I think the 21st of January was the 1-year anniversary of his passing. So, yeah. But he got to see me go through the phase and then get to now of like starting film. Because around the time King Avarice premiered was like, that was around the time I really started doing film. And he got to see that. So yeah.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful, man.
That's amazing. Because a lot of people don't find out what they want to do for the rest of their life that early. And I know it can be hard to keep the fire. Sometimes we tend to blend. We tend to push our kids, but we don't want to push them too hard to where something that they love, they start to kind of like, I don't want to do this anymore because the fun's out of it. Did you ever have moments where you felt like you were losing your love for acting because you started so young?
Yes, that's such a great topic. Oh yeah, man. The thing about HSPVA is intensity. Well, I would say there's a moment, 9 times out of 10, there's a moment that so many artists have gone through where they wanted to quit. I think it's a standard. I think it's like you're pushing, that you're being pushed. If it's something that God really wants you to do, you're going to get pushed in that way, where sometimes it's going to make you uncomfortable in a way, but you're growing. When I was at HSPVA, it was such an intensive program. Like, art sometimes will make you question yourself. It will make you raw. It will make you be vulnerable. It will push you outside the bounds of who you are to force you to grow. And I was trying to find everything else to do to gravitate towards so that I didn't have to do it. Like, at one time I wanted to be a professional chess player. At one time I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. Like, I wanted to do these different things because I wanted to just hide, and acting had made me I was so nervous. Like, it was so intense. And then you get hit with the imposter syndrome, and you're around all these good artists, and you're like, man, I really suck. Like, you have those moments where you're like, I'm really bad. And so, yeah, I would go to my mom and my dad, and, they were like, my dad's approach was kind of different because, he was like, what, son, whatever you do, I will support you. But I subconsciously knew that he knew that sometimes as an artist, you have to go through the wilderness and you're going to always find your way back. But I told my mom, would you, it's crazy. I was like, how would you feel? Would you still always support me if I did something else? And she'd be like, yeah, but I really think that acting is for you, And I'd always try to be like, yeah, I get it, but you never know. You never know what else God has planned. And
Right.
she's like, but I have a really strong feeling that this is for you. Like she just pushed me, because that was a time where I was wanting to go do something else.
Right.
I was wanting to do something else, and she literally pushed me, and I clicked. And it's crazy because the example she would always bring up is she would always bring up my uncle. The movie A Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenan Ivory Wayans and Jada Pinkett. He was Wayman. Yeah, he was Wayman in that movie. So that's my uncle. Yeah, Ronson Hawkins.
Bro.
Yeah, that was my dad's brother. So yeah, Peaches. Yeah, Peaches.
Yeah,
Wayman.
Peaches.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's funny because it's funny because my mama said that he actually used to babysit me and my sister at some point in time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man,
it's small world.
That's crazy. The world is so small.
Let me tell you something. God. Houston is that little big city. It's like a separation.
Yeah.
Like I did a movie not too long ago, called West Diego, and literally on that set Tuesday, she's amazing actress. She was one of the people that was in a scene with me, and she said, yeah, she had went to school with my uncle. But yeah, he seeing his legacy, my mom would always her and my dad would always tell me about his legacy, to be like, this is what you're like, this is you may have moments where you want to give up, but like your uncle didn't give up, and you have a similar trajectory and track of where he went, where you're gonna go. So yeah, no, there were moments where I wanted to quit, and my parents just pushed me to keep going. Yeah,
it's a blessing.
No,
it's a blessing.
Super big blessing. Absolutely.
Now, when you are not acting, what do you do on your free time? And then also, this is a two-part question. You do voiceovers, I see, as well. And
yes.
What is your first character, voiceover character that you learned, and all your other characters?
Okay, so to answer the first question, what I do when I'm not acting, man, I'm watching movies, I'm watching TV shows. Wow. I listen to audiobooks. Man, I like to go for walks and listen to the audiobooks. Like I love to go outside and just be in the fresh air. But yeah, studying more movies. I love watching shows and binging shows, because it's always a form of inspiration. And yeah, and just talking about creation, like studying. Like I love studying the craft. Like I listen to acting books when I'm not on set. That's pretty much it, in order to maintain the vision that that I want to keep walking towards. As far as the voice acting, man, what was the first character? It's so funny because I did a general casting to audition for the anime company that I work for and record with. And so yeah, I did an audition, and the first just voiceover period that I did was North Tollway Tax Authority, and I was voicing a puppet. And man, I went into the booth. Yeah, I was voicing a puppet. And but I didn't, they said it was gonna be a puppet, but they laid down my vocals first. And so, man, I went into the booth. I remember the first time I did the audition, and it was a virtual callback, and I was doing the role and reading the sides, or the drop, as some of you guys may know. That's what they call the ones for commercial drop. And I read the drop for the audition, and man, it was like I went to Dallas, went into the booth for like an hour or something. And like we laid down the vocals, and it was so cool because we were all in the same room together with these mics, and we were all saying the part, and we would get directions sometimes from the guy who was directing us. And yeah, I ended up seeing the commercial come out, and they had like had me as a puppet, and I was like, "Yo, this is cool." And in anime, the first, like I said, I went to a general audition with my agents, and man, I went in, and they just had this screen of the scene of the anime, and they had this like the other half of the screen. There are these time codes and these scripts, and you have to watch the clock, and the clock will tell you when your line comes up. And so they made me audition, and when I auditioned, they were like, "Is this your first time doing this?" I said, "This is my very first time doing this." And immediately, probably like a couple weeks later, they cast me for it's a production called Shinmu, an anime. And they had me as like a lot of miscellaneous voices, because that's what they do in anime. Like anime, they'll have the main characters, and then they'll have miscellaneous voices that need to be filled in. You know, maybe there's a bartender that says something to the main character, or a homeless man or something like that. So yeah, Shinmu was the first anime project that I worked on. It was super, super fun. Super fun.
Right. Now, Houston has such a great talent pool here with so many things happening in the film industry. What are your thoughts on the direction of what's happening in just Houston film in general?
Man, I think there's heating up. There's growing that's happening. I think there's more collaboration that's on the horizon. I think that there should be more collaboration that's on the horizon, because the creativity is happening. So we're starting at the phase where a lot more people want to create. Now the question is, can we all can we come together and collaborate together? Can we learn what that means? Because that's, to me, I always say, you can get somewhere fast by yourself, but you can go farther together. Right. So I think that's one of the main things with this Houston city. It's a lot of talent. Like, yes, it's some talent here. And if we wanted to heat up kind of like these other, regional places, and we wanted to heat up like in Atlanta, we wanted to heat up like in LA, we wanted to heat up like a Detroit. I mean, I even heard, the independent film industry in Detroit is hot right now. With Tubi and everything, like they always have their films on there. The common denominator between all of those is collaboration and maintaining the passion for our films.
Right.
Like that's what it is. Maintaining the passion and the quality of our films, and being okay with not rushing. I think that's what I'm thinking about the Houston film scene right now. So yeah, I mean, we still have some work to do. We have some milestones to reach. So those are all that but we have some victories too. I mean, we definitely have some victories. We definitely have some amazing artists. We definitely have some really dope films coming out of Houston that are big, that are going to help continue to put Houston on the map and put Houston on people's radars. So yeah.
I agree. I agree.
I agree too.
And speaking of Houston, great job on the season, and also great job on The Ring Widow as well. And yeah, man, two well-known Houston projects, like you said, we're doing that steam up. How do you prepare for these different roles? Like I said, Ring Widow, different role. The season, different characters, totally different characters.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for it? Especially because you always got something coming in, and you got to be on top of it. So what are your tricks of the trade? What do you do?
Oh man, it's all about I'm a very psychological actor. That's where I start. To me, it's all about breaking down I call it life building. It's character building, but I call it life building because I'm building a life. And the number one thing is, what does your character want? What is the objective?
Yeah.
What drives your character? What's the mission? I mean, those are sort of the foundational things. I look at what my character wants, and I look at what he wants during the entire movie, and then I look at what he wants for each scene, because what he wants for each scene has to connect with what he wants for that super mega objective for the entire movie. And I start to really break down his thought process. How does my character think? How does he, what does a playwright say? What does a writer say about him? What do others say about him? And what does he say about himself? And how do all of those things correlate? What's his secret? Because every character has a secret that they don't want the audience to know. Every character has something they don't want the audience to know. And so a lot of the times, the way that character will behave, sometimes his behavior is influenced by people who are getting closer to that secret and him hiding it every single time. So it's a very psychological thing. I look at his motive. I connect to the character. I craft imaginary circumstances that allow me to connect to the character, and I don't judge the character. And I think that's how you can step into the shoes of characters with different range. Like that's how I can step into the shoes of Detective Collins and how I can step into the shoes of Wesley from the season. It's all about psychological preparation, and then you connect that to the physical. That's how I do it. So yeah.
That's pretty great. That's a great way. I never thought about like the things that you're thinking about, and I'm pretty sure, I mean, you've been doing this for quite a long time. So like it's really good to hear those pointers, and it could maybe help someone else, that's in our field, that's trying to do the same things. So we really appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah, no problem.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you went to Nebraska to shoot a film, and To Her With Love.
North Carolina, Salisbury, North Carolina.
Oh, it was North Carolina. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and how was your experience?
Oh, it was great.
Well, there,
Oh man, it was great. It's my first SAG project. I had a supporting role. It was my first time working on a set that big, so it was like I felt overwhelmed in the best way. Still prepared. I mean, when I got there, the first scene I shot was with Tobias Trevelyan. He was just in The Best Man final chapter. He did a lot of other things as well. My first scene was with him because he was playing my teacher. So man, I get there, then the day I start work, I'm in the shuttle. I have this call time. I'm in the shuttle, and we're all driving because we're all in the same hotel. We're all driving to set, man. And I get off of the shuttle, and it's like 2 PAs coming at me saying like, all right, we got talent flying in. And I saw a huge crew of like 4 or 5 other PAs. It was at least 40 to 50 people total, pushing 60 people on that set for that, setting up everything, lights, setting up the camera, setting up everything, all of the equipment for that scene. Man, people with walkie-talkies, all the PAs were awesome. So it was very overwhelming. But I learned a lot on the fly. Like Tobias gave me tips and gems on the fly of us filming. I learned how fast sets move. Like I learned how people create, people do script changes. They have a script supervisor and they do script changes on the spot, or tell you what you can't say. When you do have the liberty to improvise, they'll tell you what you can't say. I mean, I had the producer. Shout out to Daniel Lewis, one of the producers. He's with Evergreen Films. He came up to me before my first scene and just told me some stuff. He said, you can make the adjustments where you need to make them. These are the lines, but make the adjustments, add your own flair to it where you need to make it. Because it's so funny because it's Hallmark. It's Hallmark.
Yeah.
And Hallmark is very kind of
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it type of platform. But we had some of our people on there. Because this was a mahogany label. For people who don't know, Hallmark just recently created a series of projects, that were influenced by the Black themed Hallmark cards they used to have called the mahogany cards. So the mahogany label is a series of Black films from Hallmark, and so this was the second one. So he was just basically being like, add your flavor to it. it was so great. It was like you had to learn things on the fly. You had to learn how to communicate with the first and second camera operators, with the director, giving him what he wants. Learn how to communicate with the cinematographer, with the DP. I mean, it was just the process. It was the process, and it was great. So yeah, long story short, I had a lot of fun on that set. A lot of fun.
That's good. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the film, of course, that everybody's talking about. It's going viral everywhere. Masquerade, right? It looks like you all had a lot of fun on set. I wish I would have been able to make it to set, but share with us about the film, what it's about, what people can expect from the film.
So yeah, the tagline for Masquerade is: an insecure high student masquerades and poses as an attractive jock online, and everything is fine until that attractive jock transfers to his high school. That's pretty much like the tagline. So I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's like you have this guy who's catfishing these two girls, and the guy who he's posing as ends up coming to his high school. The guy who he's been catfishing these girls as ends up transferring to his high school. And so it's like, man, nothing can get better than that. I mean, it's hilarious. So the film, I'm so excited. I always say that. I mean, oh man, first off, I have to say Joffrey killed it. Like, oh my goodness. I remember, y'all, when I tell you guys the playback that I saw of this guy, like, I don't even want to spoil it. When I tell you, I didn't even know that Joffrey was. Oh my gosh! I went to set that day, and when they said who Joffrey was playing and what he would be doing, and just knowing the script, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" When we saw this playback, y'all are going to love it. Y'all are gonna love it. So kudos to Joffrey. Like, he did his thing as always.
Hi, Joff.
Yeah.
We definitely will be there to support both of you. So y'all know if there's going to be some type of, release here at a theater, or will it just be on Tubi?
Everything is well, we're definitely going to have a premiere here. There hasn't been a set date of when the premiere is going to be, but no, yeah, Justin Williams, the writer, the producer, the director, said that there's definitely going to be a premiere here for sure. So yeah, please, y'all, when everything opens up, come out, because it's going to be great. Masquerade is an overall awesome film that I'm excited for people to see, because it has a message. That's the thing. It has a message that curates a different feel of a lot of what we see in coming out of Houston. So that's what I'm excited for, the message. So yeah.
Yeah, when they were sending out for people for Masquerade, I was seeing that they wanted some people, but I was right in the middle of doing my first play. And oh my God, I was telling Joffrey that was different. I never did a play before. And that definitely pushed me into a different point,
How was it? How was the experience?
To be honest, when I first started, I had that feeling like maybe I bit off too much that I could chew. I kept telling Joff, like, Joff, please help me, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. Because my very first time in the play, the very first part I got, I had to sing. I had to have a mental breakdown on stage. I had to cry. My mom had cancer, and I had to show that. And I had to. I was like, okay,
that's fun. That's some meat on the bone right there. Oh, fun.
But the director, he really, really pushed me. I mean, I remember one practice, he came in and he just cussed all of us out. He was like,
please, that's something that people need to, y'all, listen to what Miss Shay, it's Shay, right? Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Listen to what she's saying. People do not understand. This business is to be raw and vulnerable, to be stripped of comfort a lot of the times, to be stripped of vanity a lot of the times. To want to maintain that is what's needed to excel. Like, you got to get rid of all of that. Trust me, I've had a director, shout out to Errol Anthony Wilkes. That is my home. That is my homie. He's a mentor of mine. And man, when I tell you, his way of directing is hilarious. Like, he is hilarious. he's I wouldn't say he's a tough pill to swallow. He's genius, but he has a way that he connects with you, and you have to have thick skin. But also, like I said, rightfully so, he's a genius, and he would always tell us, he would always say, "You're the actors, I'm the director. What I need you to do is trust me." From your perspective, it may look like that what you're doing doesn't make any sense, but from my view, it's gonna look great. So just trust me. So, attest to what Sashay said. Like, it's not for the faint of heart. You gotta go there. You gotta push yourself and go there. So, yeah, congrats on getting that play under your belt, and I hope that you continue to do more, and it pushes you to dive deeper, freely and do more. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. But I really wanted to be a part of Masquerade, and I was like, this looked like it looked like a really cool production to be a part of, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Excited.
Yeah, me and Mike was talking about it, the trailer and everything, and Mike was like, "We in this?"
No, it's a team effort. I mean, we had man. I'm so proud of people who were from Houston in it. Because it's like we're representing. Like that's what we do. That's what we're doing. We're representing.
Yeah. I was the background. I was the student, and then when I got on set, because I was like the first one there, because I stayed so far. But when I got on set, one of the guys was like, "You a student? You look more like an administrator."
I got gray hairs all up in there.
I got gray hairs all up in, man.
Hey, the administrators walking with backpacks too. So I mean, hey, man.
Oh yeah, no, it's. Man, when I tell you I had to shave my face so many times for this role, like, with love, I had to always shave my beard off, because I go back 10 years when I don't have any hair on my face. Like I'm time traveling, and that's what was needed. So yeah, no, I definitely know how you feel.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man. Y'all did that, man. Last question, Ronson. We'll get you out of here. So. You are an acting coach as well.
Yes.
So, man, hey, man, congrats to you that.
Thank you.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. I know it's a different type of feel, different type of vibe. And,
yeah.
But share a small piece of what you would tell actors stepping into this art and how you can help them with their craft.
The first thing I would tell them before getting into the art is serve the art. It's not about the art serving you. It's not what this is about. It's about serving the art, and the art will be good to you. You just gotta serve it.
Yeah.
And I'm here to equip actors with the tools, with the foundational tools needed to thrive in this industry. I have experience. I would never want to lead somebody to a place that I haven't gone to. I have experience. I know the qualms. I know the pitfalls. I know the mental roadblocks that comes with developing in this craft. I've gone through it. And there's still moments where I use what I want to equip and equip other students with, that I use me as an actor, because I'm a working actor as well. That's what I tell people, is that, I tell people, if when you work with me, anything can happen, because I'm also working actor as well. So I'm a working actor equipping other working actors. So yeah, I'm just here to equip you with the tools that have allowed me to swim, in moments where I feel like I was gonna drown. I swim. I didn't drown. My acting mentor always tells me that there are so many different approaches. This is such an abstract business. It's an abstract craft. And so honestly, we all have our different approaches to get to a destination that we all want the same result of being as honest as we possibly can with any character that we portray. But there are foundational tips and tricks or just tips and tools that derive from that. We can build our own approach. And those are the tools that I want to equip people with. That helped me. I want to help them. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's good. And just one more question. Do you have any plans to get from in front of the camera to behind the camera? You know, and maybe into directing?
Oh yeah, man. Definitely. The season 2. I've been talking to Malcolm Dwayne Carter. Shout out to Malcolm Dwayne Carter, the amazing Malcolm Dwayne Carter, about possibly co-directing the season 2. And yeah, I've been wanting to definitely step into directing. I always know that there's a sort of a stair step and a step ladder to climbing up the ranks as far as resources and skill. And so directing is definitely one of the next things. And then writing. I mean, I wanna produce something too, and I have some ideas. I'm just waiting for the right moment to start developing that. It's like anything within the film industry is like caring for a child. You know,
right?
You're raising up this child the way that you want it to go. But it takes a lot of nurturing and care. And it just takes time. You know, it's like growing a tree. Whenever you plant a seed, you don't keep digging it up to see if it's growing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, long story short, there are a lot of things that I want to do also behind the camera as well as in front.
Yeah, that's a great analogy too, by the way. Love that.
It is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Well, man, like this the part of the interview where I like, man, we want to keep talking conversation, but we always, we got a busy working actors. But
For sure.
But yeah, tell everybody what we can find you at.
So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook Ronson Hawkins, Instagram Ronson_Hawkins. That's RONSON_HAWKINS. I'll say it again. That's RONSON_HAWKINS.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ronson Hawkins, man. Many blessings to you and everything that you do, man. We looking forward to working with you again, bro.
Oh man, this was fun, man. Y'all keep like I said, it was so cool to finally like meet and talk to everyone that I've watched. Mike, to Shay, Chris, like the funny moments that you guys have with other people, and finally being able to come on and chop it up with y'all is really, really cool. So man, yeah, I want to come on again. Like, thank you guys.
Because now you can come back anytime.
Hey,
yes, we really enjoyed talking to you.
But yeah, no, I really, really love this. I love what you guys are doing. You guys have cultivated a space where people can just chop it up, and it's so casual because sometimes people may get nervous with interviews. But when you create an environment that's conducive to just comfort and just it being casual, it makes people want to do it more, because actors don't be liking doing interviews. Like they because it's the people who do them and host them don't make it comfortable. So thank you guys.
That means a lot, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Of course.
But yeah, man, other than that, bro, have a good one, man, and talk to you soon.
Hey, man, y'all have a blessed day.
You
Yes,
too.
stay safe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. Time for Chris to go ahead and flex his comedic muscle. Go on, brother. Take it away, man. Just acting up.
This is time for acting fool. All right. Well. We all have those days when we roll up to work, disheveled hair, a few dark circles, looking a little less than attractive. I need to get the beard lined up myself today. It's one thing if you think you're looking like crap, but it's a whole other thing if someone else actually mistakes you for a homeless person. When Claire Barron stopped to grab a meal at her local McDonald's, she spotted a disgruntled-looking man sitting at a table, chowing down on some ketchup packets. Thinking that the man was homeless and hungry, she decided to be a good Samaritan and grab him an extra Happy Meal. After receiving her order, she walked over to the man and dropped off the meal, only to find a McDonald's employee rushing over to him to hand him a bag with the food and apologizing for the delay.
Oh, hell no.
She said, I was mortified. I felt like I was going to die of embarrassment. I wanted the hole to open up underneath me and just to fall down in the ground and just run away. I don't know. She was very embarrassed, to say the least. So has that ever happened to y'all? Ever thought somebody was just, one thing and then you just kind of was like,
No, But my sister-in-law, she told the story that a homeless man tried to hit on her. She was like, "I'm so depressed. I'm going in the house now." Like, it came down to that now.
She said,
"Homeless man think he got a shot. You think he got?"
Well, she did say God knows what he thought. She said he probably tells people about me and the crazy woman that bought him a breakfast, and at least he copped two meals out the deal because he still left with the breakfast. By the way,
But I'm sorry, if somebody think I'm homeless and I'm at McDonald's and I'm just sitting here eating ketchup packets, come on now,
he was hungry. It was
somebody at McDonald's eating ketchup packages. I'm gonna bring them a meal because for one, that's weird. For two, you could have just waited till the food came.
I mean,
what you eating ketchup for?
He may just got work. He been waiting on his meal. It's a delay. The ice cream machine always broken. Maybe the fry machine was down. I don't know. The grease.
But I'm just trying to figure out how was he eating the ketchup packages? Was he opening them and like squeezing them into his mouth? Or
yeah, he probably was doing
squeeze them out and
would get that kind of attention.
Like, how did this happen? Because that's important. Now, if he was doing that, I would think you homeless too, sir. That's just weird.
Well, you know what type of PCs McDonald's workers use though, right?
What kind?
Big Macs. Come on. Come on, dog. Big Macs.
Go, Chris. Go, Chris.
I give you that one. I walked into that one.
Yeah, we walked into that one.
You
that was
did walk into that one. I'm like, James, really?
We'll take this one back to, in Genesis in the Bible is in the beginning, even back then, you know why Adam went to McDonald's?
No.
Mm-mm.
They were selling the McRib sandwich again. I mean,
okay.
Oh, I gotta laugh out of my mic. I gotta laugh out of mic. Come on. Well, that's victory.
That was a good one.
That was a
good one. Y'all, Chris.
That was a good one.
That was good.
It's in the building. Y'all better watch out.
I'm feeling good today.
You're on fire. You're on fire.
Real sandwich. You may want to put that back.
Okay. What is Ronald McDonald's favorite weed type? A burger joint.
You should have slide the second one to the third one and the third one to the second one. Okay. You should have switched.
That was real hard. That was real hard. I don't know how he managed that because I ain't never seen nobody get a burger in a joint, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That was hard, Chris. There you go.
I made Mike laugh. I'm happy for the week.
He accomplished his goal.
That was a good one.
He accomplished his goal.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Hey, Mike, he wore you down.
Yeah. For real.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into the balancing act. We almost done with the show, so y'all stay locked in. Just acting up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the balancing act. This is the part of the show where we have to pay our respects to those who have passed on and move on to a better place. And that's what this balancing act is about. So, oh man, this man made some classic films. So rest in power to screenwriter and producer Gregory Allen Howard. He passed away at the age of 70. And I'm pretty sure y'all, his name may not sound familiar to y'all, but I'm going to drop these movies real quick. Now, y'all remember the Titans. Wow. Y'all remember Ali. Wow. Now, don't forget, I did not watch Harriet. It just didn't hit my interest. But for those films, remember the Titans, Ali, and a bunch of work he has done, and milestones he has said. One of the milestones he said is that he was the first African American screenwriter for a $100 million drama with Remember the Titans. And let's see, and I'm trying to get his other credentials as well. And his credits include Ali, of course, starring Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, and a stage play called Tinseltown Trilogy, He was a 2-time winner of the NAACP Image Awards and also won the Christopher Award, the Howard University Paul Robeson Award for Artistic Excellence, and the Heartland Film Festival Award for Screenwriting Excellence. Like I said, if these were films that we watched growing up, classic films, and it's both of those films actually are a special place in my heart. I don't know anybody that actually sat down through Remember the Titans and did not like it, or sat through Ali and did not like it. I mean, Rumble, Young Man Rumble, Hold the Ball, Petey. I remember that from Remember the Titans. I'm sorry, don't mind me. I'm just holding on to yesterday and everything. So you go back and watch those films. It was very good. So rest in power, good sir. Thank you. Your job is done. You've done your job well, and we appreciate you. Thank you for everything you have done. So
Definitely.
ooh.
Remember the Titans is just, I mean, it doesn't matter how old that movie gets.
Yeah.
That's just a classic. That's a movie that you can put on. I could put that movie on right now, and my kids will sit down and watch it because it's just such a powerful movie. It stood for so much, and it opened up our eyes to so much. So thank you so much for creating that movie alone.
I agree. That was a really, really great feel-good film, man. It was one of the top football movies out there. Where, like you said, you put it on, I'm watching.
Yeah. I mean, just the way that it was created, like, I don't know anybody who didn't cry when the wreck happened, and I don't know nobody who didn't feel moved by the points in the movie where, the greatness of the Black actors were shown, and the white actors in the movie were like, hey, no, regardless of how I feel about Black people, this is a good person, or this is a good player, or this is a friend to my friend, or this is my son's best friend, or whatever. It just was a very moving movie.
I agree. You don't get blood on my uniform, son. I'm sorry, I can't do my digital impression right now. Water's for cowards.
My favorite part of the movie is when he was in the hospital and the football game was on. I think they was coming in to like do something. He threw that football at the door. He was like, "Get out!" He didn't want to be interrupted, baby. He didn't care. That's my movie. I love that movie.
Love that movie, man. Water's for cowards. I gotta watch that whole clip now. Yeah. Man, clap it in, man. Another great show in the books, man. Another great guest, Mr. Ronson Hawkins. Thank you, brother, again for stopping by, man. I don't know what to say, man. What y'all got? What you got?
Man,
it was a great show.
Great show. Shout out to
it was a great show.
Great interview.
Yes, his energy was awesome.
Y'all definitely be sure to check out Masquerade. I can't wait to see it. I'm really ready to see your performance now.
Yes.
I know, right? He teed it off real good.
I can't tell what happened, but it was I'll let y'all enjoy it. But even Malcolm Carter, when I promoted on our IG on Just Acting Up Show, and when I promoted on mine, he said, "Dude, your scene had me cracking up the most." I said,
"Yes, I seen that."
Yeah, I was like, all right, hey, because I didn't. When you after you do the scene, you see it, but I didn't see this whole entirety to it. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah.
We're excited to see you cut up. We're gonna be there to support you.
we all gotta try to make it to the red carpet whenever they do it.
Yeah, we have two of the 4 in there, so we gotta come and support you guys.
Yeah.
So
we'll be in the next one.
Yeah, right. We're gonna be in Masquerade 2.
There we go.
We calling it right now. The whole Just Acting Up show is gonna be in Masquerade 2.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed. So, Chris, you got any positive words before we get up out of here?
You know what? I'm gonna go to my brother, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. It says the game will test you. Never fold. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can never take away. Remember that.
Love that. Love that.
I love that. Yes. I mean, it gets hard out here.
It do.
Stick in there.
Life can hit you fast, but it's just about what's your next move. You gonna let it keep you down, or you gonna keep moving?
Keep moving. Keep on trucking.
Make your adjustments and
Yeah.
keep it moving.
There it is. And on that note, I know what time it is.
Peace.
Bye.